Hello, today is July 13, 2026. Um, it is my birthday, and I just wanted to do a short vlog. I am really tired, so hopefully it makes sense. It's kind of late. Well, it's like past 10 o'clock. Um, yeah, I thought I would just share briefly about my day. Sorry, my camera is like shifting a bit. There we go. Um, I had an interesting day. Um, Sorry, it just keeps moving. I had an interesting day because my mother called me last night, or actually, I called her last night, and she shared some things that it was kind of upsetting because she laid on me like three very heavy topics, and I wish that she had just waited, until after my birthday, because already it's hard for me to turn 1 year older. Like most women, we don't want to get older, and that's definitely me. I don't want to get any older. So birthdays are already difficult, and then she just shared that my brother-in-law his cancer has returned. I guess today he went in and had his third procedure since he discovered through his PET scan or whatever that the cancer is back. He has throat cancer, and it's caused by substance abuse. So he is an alcoholic, and he also was a smoker for like 30 years. And he quit smoking 6 months before his cancer diagnosis, but he was up to like smoking 2 packs a day. So, and on top of drinking every day, like a 6 pack of beer every day. So he was an alcoholic, a high functioning alcoholic, because he still went to work, but an alcoholic nonetheless. And so that's what caused his throat cancer. He was diagnosed a couple years ago, I think in 2002, maybe 2003. I'd have to go back and check. But anyways, he had surgery before, very serious surgery. And now, if it's bad enough, they might have to take his throat, like his voice box. And the reason why it was so serious is because it's a very fast-growing cancer, and he had one procedure, one surgery, and the margins were not clean, and so they had to rush him back into surgery. I think 6 days later. It might have been like just a couple days later, but very quickly he had to go back again to have more scraped away and to try to get all of the cancer. I guess it was like of the margins, like 2 of them were clean, and then 2 of the margins were not clean. So that's why he had to have surgery again. So that was very heavy. My mother just told me that last night. And then also she told me that my niece who had to go into drug rehab, she's my older sister's child. My older sister is deceased, and this is her child. My mother told me she's not doing well. She's like just barely functioning, and she does have some health issues. She has autoimmune disease, but she also is on a lot of medication still from her from being hooked on opioids. So yeah, Suboxone, I think, and she has like 3 other medications she takes. I'm not sure how much of her behavior is related to her autoimmune disease. Like maybe she just doesn't have energy from that, but she's just really not doing well, and kind of also neglecting her health, like not going to the doctor or anything. So yeah, that's a concern. And then lastly, my mother told me that it's kind of an issue that doesn't relate to me at all, because I have a half sister who I don't really talk to for a bunch of reasons. You know, I don't think she really wants to talk to me. Like, it's a complicated situation, but I pretty much, in my relationship with her, I'm very neutral. Like, I try to be like Switzerland, you know. I don't try to, I don't know. Just, it doesn't, most of her life, it just doesn't concern me because, yes, we have the same father, but her mother, so my stepmom, has, you know, a huge inheritance, and we have, with my half sister, you know, we have different grandparents, so we have just a completely different life, because her grandparents are very wealthy, and I think when her grandma dies, I think that my half sister is going to get a huge inheritance. I think she's going to get a multi-million-dollar inheritance, actually. So yeah, we have different lifestyles. We have completely different lives. So I can't really, like, it's completely different. That's a whole different story. But anyway, she bought a house, and I mean, good for her. She did get a lot of help from, you know, my stepmom would have given her money, and it just was, and I mean, good for them for buying a house. But like, because I was like, I asked my mother, I'm like, did she get on the mortgage? Because she works as like a preschool teacher, and I'm like, how could you, you know, she maybe makes like $30,000 a year. I'm just guessing. She works for a church, and I think she's like an assistant teacher or something. Like, I don't think she's technically a preschool teacher, because I think you might have to get certified to be a preschool teacher. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I don't think she has any certification. It's nothing that she took classes in or whatnot. She just kind of started working there. But I could be wrong. But I don't think, yeah, like, I think she would make like maybe $30,000 a year. So it's like, how could she get a mortgage? You know, I mean, but anyways, but I'm also not a mortgage expert, so maybe that's just, I don't know. But yeah, her mother gave her a lot of money, and you know, same as my sister, same as my brother, you know, they got money to buy a house. There's never any way to help me in my situation, though, like with my neck trauma. So yeah, but it was just kind of like, I was thinking about how much, even though I don't compare my life to my half sister at all, because I mean, she didn't ask to be born. Like, hey, her grandparents are super wealthy. I mean, must be nice, but it's totally not my life. But my point is, my stepmom really, I was thinking about this last night. My stepmom really, like, controls all of the, like, purse strings with, even, like, with my dad, like, how he spends money and stuff. It's just a really, it's an unusual dynamic. Like, I don't think most people marry someone who have, like, a huge multi-million-dollar inheritance. So, anyways, that's my share. But it just, everything was very, even though it was my birthday today, I mean, it was like, wow, it was so heavy. Like, especially I'm thinking about my brother-in-law with his cancer, and that they might have to take his throat box. It's just not, because he's already gone a couple of years ago through major surgeries and procedures, and I mean, it's really a downer. It's yeah, I mean, it's a terrible situation. So even if it's like, he does have cancer, and it was from substances, it was from alcohol and cigarettes, but still, I mean, it's just really bad. I guess when people are smoking every day, drinking every day, they just don't think about it. They don't think they're ever going to get cancer. But when it happens, especially because I believe he was diagnosed, you know, early 50s, it's kind of young to just have all of these serious problems and have your life, you know, altered like this and possibly die. So it's very, you know, it's a very, very serious condition.